Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Meher, special thanks to you for joining. Mom messaged me that you're not well, you may not join, but you still joined.
Yes,
Thank you.
Prabhu.
Thank you so much. Hope you get better.
Prabhu, he's listening to your lectures. Dra, dra. Satvik dra.
Thank you. Thank you all. Om Jnanam Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militamena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovishtam Tapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadanti Swa Padantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Saharajatam Sahana Ragunatam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padhan Sahana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitam Sham He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhavevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Krishna defeated Bhanasura and then they returned back, and that is where we stopped last Saturday. As the days were passing, once Balaram, Krishna's older brother, he decided to visit Gokula to meet his parents, friends, relatives, everyone. So he was very eager to go visit them as they are his well-wishers. So he mounted a chariot and he went because he knows that his parents and friends are in great anxiety in separation since they left Gokula and came to move to Dwaraka. As he went and straight to Nanda Maharaj's house, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mai, as soon as they saw their son Balaram, they became very happy. Especially we can experience when we return back after some time, you go and meet your parents. Parents becomes with full of tears in their eyes and they embrace you and they kiss on your head, and like that Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, as soon as they saw Balaram, they were filled with, eyes were filled with tears, uncontrollable love. and they just embraced, hugged him, and took him and made him sat next to them. The Bhagavatam says, made them sat on their lap. When we have too much love, you may be asking, Balaram must be big. How can a big, you know, I can't go and sit on my mother's lap. It may hurt my mother, right? So, but how come Balram, being a big adult, how can he go and sit on the lap of a mother who may be old by then? You know, let me ask something here. If I give you 10 kg of iron, put it in a suitcase and ask you to carry, you're going to say what? It's difficult, Prabhu. I cannot carry 10 kg of iron in the suitcase box. Anyone would like to volunteer to carry a 10 pound, not, oh, you kids may not know what kgs means, right? I'm sorry. Pounds. So 20 pounds around approximately. 20 pounds of a rock, stones put into a suitcase box, and I give it to you. So, Mahati, will you be able to carry that box of the suitcase which is full of rocks, carrying and walking around happily? Will you be able to do it? 20 pounds? You will not. You will say, sorry, I won't be able to do it, Prabhu. I'm very sorry, right? And I'm going to change the content of the suitcase from rocks to some wonderful golden bars, gold and diamonds and everything filled into the suitcase, which is of again 20 pounds. And I give it to you. Would you say, sorry, Prabhu, I will not able to carry this one. I will leave it here. Right? So anyway, so you won't be, how much ever heavy that is, we don't really say no to it because we know the value of that one. Therefore, we somehow or the other struggle to carry that suitcase from one place to other. Maybe we may take many breaks in between, but still we try to carry the suitcase because we know what is inside now. It is not just rock, which doesn't have much value, but then it is full of golds and diamonds and some precious things inside. Therefore, that time, that 20 pounds did not really make any feel of heaviness within us. We took it, doesn't matter because I like it, right? Likewise, when we love someone, we really love someone, that love is unconditional, becomes unconditional when we really value that relationship. We don't see the problems, the defects in that relationship. When we don't see that, when we value the relationship, the defects in the relationship becomes minor. Does it make sense? Yes? No? Right? So when you understand that my father, my mother is very important to me. It really doesn't matter. My father scolds me, my mother scolds me. Ultimately, they're doing for my good, right? But whatever it may be not happy thing for us when they scold us and say something about us, when the parent does that one. But then when you understand, this is my only father, this is my only mother. Meher, can you go and exchange your father and mother with your neighbor father and mother? Because your father scolded you, your mother said, Meher, you didn't do your exams well, you're horrible, whatever she says. She would not say that. But if she says something to you, Mom, I'm going to swap you with my neighbor. You're no more my mother. I'm going to swap to someone else. Would you do that? Because why? Even though she scolds you, your father scolds you or says something harshly.
But for a good reason, so that we can improve in our life.
Yes. More than that is just because they are your father and mother. They are just your father and mother. Likewise, when Balaram came home, the Bhagavatam says they just took him and placed him on their lap. Why? It's out of love. You don't feel anything as bharam. Bharam means heaviness. You don't feel any heaviness. That's true love. That's true love. So as Balaram came, and then Nanda Maharaj was happily inquiring to Balaram about how's Mathura, how's people are in Mathura, how's Krishna, and how's he doing. And likewise, Balaram was also inquiring everything from Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mai. Then later, after that conversation, all the friends of Balaram and Krishna were eagerly waiting over there. They just jumped upon Balaram and said, hey, they have a different conversation, right? Hey, Rama, oh, Rama, they are friends. Therefore, they call like that. How are you, buddy? How are you doing? So, as nice, how's everyone over there in Mathura? As children and everyone are still remembered us. It's nice that you and Krishna killed Kamsa, who's been giving a really hard time to all the people. So you took care of him. And then slowly the gopis over there, they approached Balaram, the gopis, right? They approached Balaram and they said, Balramji, how are you? Their interest is more than Balram. They want to ask about Krishna. So they said, how are you doing? How is everyone over there? And then, how is Krishna? As soon as they said, how is Krishna? They couldn't control their tears just flowing. Just by uttering the name of Krishna, the tears were just running like a river from their eyes. They didn't have any words after that to speak. But somehow or the other, they took the courage to speak further, asking, for Krishna's sake, this is what they say. Mataram pitram bratim patim putran swasran api yadarte jahime dasaraha dushyaran swajanan prabhu. Then they started telling, for the sake of Krishna, we abandoned our mother, father, brother, husband, children, sisters, every single relationship that we had were very close to us. It was not easy to give up. It was difficult. It was very difficult to give up this relationship. We all gave up that relationship for one reason, because we wanted Krishna's relationship. For that reason, we gave up everything. But this is what Gopi says. When you just read this, you just feel like very emotional. But they say, we would not really appreciate something unless you get into the mood of that character, that person, right? So gopis were saying, we gave up everything. Just imagine, can any one of us here give up our relations that we have, our father, mother, friends? There are great examples even now who have given up such things. But among us, we are all ordinary being, at least myself, being ordinary person. Can I give up the relationship? Father, mother, brothers, sisters, children, wife, grandparents, friends, etc. We may not even be able to give up certain things. What are the objects that we have? But these gopis are telling, we have given up every single thing that it was very difficult to give up. We gave up, but now, oh Lord, they're talking to Balaram, saying, the same Krishna as suddenly we abandoned our family members to get Krishna, but Krishna abandoned all of us and went away. Krishna went away, breaking all the affections that we had towards towards him. And yet, how could any woman fail to trust his promise? Because the only reason that we are surviving is that he said that he's going to come back. But that promise is keeps saying, he keeps texting us all the time, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there. It is like we are all telling, when when we've been invited to someone's house, say those people have cooked some nice prasadam, nice items, and you say, we'll be there for lunch by 12 o'clock. And then that people also waiting without eating, because you can't eat without having a guest served first. Therefore, they've been waiting. And 12:30, no response. And then finally, you want to find out whether the person is coming or what happened. So you call that person or text the person, what's happening? It's 12 o'clock. Are you on your way? That person says, you know what, just before I got ready to go, that's when I got some phone call. I just finishing up the phone call. I'll be right there. And then 1 o'clock, a person doesn't come. And then you call that person, I'm on my way. I'll be there in 5 minutes. This is Indian Standard Time, 5 minutes. I'll be there in 5 minutes. And then at 1:30, this person comes, finally arrives, right? So breaking affection. So likewise, but this gopis are saying that you keep up your promise. You never keep up your promise, but we are still hoping that you will come and meet us. But one gopi starts saying that I'm just surprised that how we are all not intelligent, so intelligent people. We are villagers. We are villagers. We don't have that much intelligence. But how come those girls, ladies of the cities, right? In the city, girls are very smart girls. They know how to get the work done, the city girls. But they are very intelligent girls. But how those girls also trust Krishna's words is quite confusing for us to understand, because Krishna never keeps up his word anytime. He keeps changing. He doesn't stick on to his promise. But how are those intelligent girls of Mathura, Dwaraka, right? This is Dwaraka. Right now, Krishna has moved to Dwaraka, by the way. Mathura, we already moved from Mathura long back. Right? So how the girls of Dwaraka, they are all intelligent ladies, girls. How is that they also got lost? Another girl say to this gopi when she raised this question, hey, you don't know about Krishna? He's very chalu. You all know what chalu means, right? Very, very, I don't know what the exact word, very smart, maybe that's the closest thing, right? He's a very smart guy. He know how to get his work done. He can by talk, he will not do anything. There are people, even we may come across in our life also. They talk so much as if they can do anything and everything in the world. Now you call them, can you please come and help? No problem, I can take care of that one. I don't need any help. I'll take care of the service. I'll do this one. I'll do that one. Finally, you see, nothing will be done. Nothing will be happening. It's all the same way how it was before, right? So that is how this gopi is saying that, Krishna, how he is. He talks very nicely. He knows the knack of attracting people by his speech. Even if you don't speak, he has very powerful tool. And another gopi says, hey, even if you don't speak, you know that by his smile, the smile, he can just capture everyone's heart. He doesn't have to speak at all. He can capture everyone's heart. Suddenly, another gopi jumps up and, hey, what are you girls doing? And Balram is watching all this thing. What are you girls doing? Wasting your time talking about that boy. People are wasting your time talking about Krishna. He left us and went. And why are we still talking about him? We should be least bothered, like how he's least bothered about us. He doesn't care for us. We should also be strong, should not care about Krishna. Whether he's in Dwaraka, whether he's in Mathura, whether he's in Australia, whether he's in St. Louis, who cares about it? Let him be wherever he is. Let him marry hundreds, not 16,000, 1 million. Who cares? Let's not be worried about this Krishna. As soon as she said this one, immediately she started crying. That gopi who said like this immediately started crying. While speaking only, she started crying. And then she got into a different mood of, started laughing, thinking about how sweet it is when Krishna smiles. How sweet when he smiles. His walking style is so, the way that he walks is stylish. The way that he takes a flute out of the waist is also so stylish. The way he looks is stylish, right? Nowadays, I don't know whether you know the place where I came from, some people, these movie songs are there. They make movie songs about the heroes or heroines, actors and actresses. They say the way that you walk is stylish, the way that you see is stylish, the way you smile is stylish, the way you talk is stylish. Nothing, but it's all from Bhagavatam. It's all to Krishna. They stole everything and put on a mortal human being, saying that he is so stylish, right? This is from Bhagavatam, but no one is going to give reference from Bhagavatam, unfortunately, that this is all about Krishna. As she was talking like this, she started crying. Literally, she was just crying. And Balaram, it says, Shankarshanatha Krishnasya Sandeshe Hridayam Gamaihi Santavyam Asha Bhagavan, it says that the Supreme Lord Balarama, the attractor of all, being expert at various kinds of consolation, then he started speaking and consoling the gopis, sharing them the confidential message that Krishna had sent. Krishna sends many confidential messages every time, right? He keeps sending. He did with Uddhava also, right? So when the message that he conveyed those confidential message, then the gopis, their hearts were touched by the message. They little bit pacified. They became pacified. And Balram stayed there for a couple of months over there. And then during his stay over there, he was having his own Rasa Leela with a separate set of gopis also, right? Like how Krishna had, like that Balram also had a Rasa Leela with gopis over there. And that section is in detail of how he had and what he had. And we are not going to get into the Rasa Leela session too much into that one. We'll just move on, skipping that one to the next chapter. It is chapter 66. Now let's go back to Krishna's. Now Vrindavan story is happening over there. Now shifting the scene over there. Now there was a king. As these things were happening, there was a king by the name called Poundraka. Okay, Poundraka. He claimed himself actually to be the original Krishna. He said he is that Krishna. So how he came into that conclusion? Because there are some people around us always, in the name of friends, in the name of good people, we will have some people. They keep on praising us all the time. All the time they keep on praising us. If there are people who are continuously praising us, you know what? They are actually not our good friends. Not at all our good friends. So tell me, whom all we have here? Oh, we have Diksha. You want to tell what happens when people keep on praising you? Diksha, you know Bhagavatam story, every single story so detailed than Lal Gopal. He doesn't know, he misses out some points, in fact. But you know all the details of Bhagavatam. And you know a lot of slokas. You have memorized a lot of slokas. When people, your friends keep on telling you all good things about you, praises you, Diksha, what happens to you, Diksha?
I get like proud.
Yeah, you get pride in you, right? Right? And what do you start thinking about yourself now?
Like if somebody praises us so much, we might get proud. And I remember like when Indra got proud.
When Indra got proud, see, you're bringing up a nice story here. Very good. You're relating. You could be a good teacher in future. So yeah, thank you. So what happens when people keep praising us, telling only about all good things about it? Then we obviously, they're putting us into a big unknown pit. We are going to fall down one day. We're going to fall down. Therefore, it's always very nice to have people as friends who are critics, not just fault finders, but they know something is going on wrong, then they are ready to come and correct us and tell us what you're doing is wrong, Diksha. You shouldn't be doing like this to your brother. You shouldn't be behaving like this, right? So we should be having such friends always. Do any of you have such good friends? Meher, do you have any friends who corrects you?
Yes.
Good. What about you, Mahati? You also have good friends, and do you also help your friends if they make mistake? Tell them in a good manner, good way. Okay, very good. Whenever we correct people, people doesn't like it. How many people like to be corrected? You're all going to raise your hands. I know very well. Yes, so there you go. Someone we already said, I like to be corrected. So you're all wonderful kids, devotees, though you like to be corrected. But in general, people doesn't want to be getting corrected by someone. Because what happens when someone corrects us? That means we become inferior, the person who corrects us becomes superior. Yes or no? If we agree to that one. If we agree to someone when they're correcting us and we say, what you're saying is correct, then that means what? We become inferior, we take a lower position, and that person who corrects us become taken the higher position. That means he is great, I am not. Correct? Therefore, new general people doesn't like to take advices, correction from anyone. So like that Poundaraka had a lot of friends, unfortunately bad guys. They all were telling Poundaraka, you are actually came down into this world to do what? Paritranaya sadhana vinashaya dushkritam dharva samparpanataya sambhavami yuge. You came here to establish a religious principle. You are that Narayana, you are that God. And then as they keep telling this one to Poundaraka, he really thought that he became a self-realized person in a wrong way. He became a self-realized person thinking that I am that Vasudeva. I am the king. I am the Lord. I am God. I am Brahman. All the Vedas chants about me, talks about me. All the rishis pray to me. So what happened is he also made an arrangement in such a way he had have 4 hands with Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. So that is going to be, Rukmini is not here, otherwise she will ask the assignment, but I'm telling you the assignment now. The assignment is you're all going to come next Saturday with 4 hands. Okay? You're all going to come with 4 hands having Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Yes, thumbs up. That shouldn't be a hard one because you're not going to do it anyway. Your mom or dad going to do it for you. See, Samanvi is right there. So everyone come with 4 hands. Okay. So Poundaraka, he made this 4 hand attached. He made some special, he went to the Costco or he went to the, what is it called? Lowe's or somewhere, Home Depot. He went and bought a real strong glue. And then he attached that glue over the extra 2 hands and carrying this Shankha and Chakra, right? So he attached. Everyone thought, his friends, of course, they all thought that he is Vasudeva. He is that Supreme Lord Narayana. Then not only that, Poundaraka, he sent a messenger to Dwaraka. How dare he can do that, right? He sent a messenger to Dwaraka. And then the messenger, who was another foolish guy, he also went as a messenger carrying the letter. He went in front of Krishna. And before he went in front of Krishna, they said, there's a messenger has come. Krishna said, let him come inside. And the messenger came inside. And then said, what's the message? Our king has sent a message for you, Krishna. Okay, read the message. And then the messenger opened the letter and he started reading. Vasudeva avatirno aham. Vasudevo avatirno aham yeka evana chaparaha bhutana manukampartam tvam tu mityabhidhanam tyaja. He says that aham Vasudeva. I am Vasudeva. I am the Narayana, Supreme Lord Vasudeva. There is no one. Matras parastrat. No, not that shloka. What is it? Matha paratram na anyat kinchit asti dhananjaya. Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, and this guy is telling to Krishna, there is no one. Mataha paratram na anyat. There is no one superior than me. That's the message comes. It is I who have descended to this world to show mercy to the living beings. Therefore, give up your false name. You are not Narayana. You are not Krishna. You are not Vasudeva. It is I who descended into this world to give my mercy to all the beings. Unfortunately, in this 2022, still Poundaraka versions are available. There are incarnation of Poundaraka. There are many people who claim themselves to be God. They themselves to be God, unfortunately. And unfortunately, also there are followers to that particular so-called God. They say God, and the followers also there to believe them they are God. That is going on in this world. That goes on. Why? Because people have not read Bhagavatam. People have not studied Bhagavad Gita from the right source. Therefore, a lot of confusion comes. Anyone, if I can do some mystics for now, if I like this, I'm pulling my hand straight. My hand is going toward Ananda. Ananda, my hand is coming towards you. And I'm going to touch your head and pull the headphone like that. Can you, what will happen to you? What will happen to the people who are watching here? What I do now? My hand goes inside and pulls the headset of Ananda, or removes a mayor's glasses or Diksha's glasses, right? Everyone will stand. How can you do this? I thought you are just as ordinary Prabhuji. You're no more ordinary Prabhu now. You're Swami. Not Swami means, again, Swami in our ISKCON is also not that Swami, right? You're Bhagwan. You're no more Prabhu. Lal Gopal Bhagwan ki jai. And now what I do, as soon as Diksha is laughing there, Bhagwan Lal Gopal is there. Then what happens now? And now I say, now you understand who I am. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Now you can see in the back, automatically the halo will be there in the back. And then there'll be garland on my Vaijayanti Mala, Srivatsanga mark, right? And shark-like earrings I am wearing. Lotus-like eyes, I'll paint it, by the way. My eyes are not like lotus. I'll paint it and throw those glasses away. Then you will see that if I wear the glasses, you're an ordinary human being. So I have to remove my glass. And Pitambaram, yellow garments, right? And all those things I come with this one. And I'll have a lot of followers. And there'll be a temple built for me now, next, where you can see God directly. Arey, what temple is? Bhagwan Lal Gopal, Bhagwan Lal Gopal. Like that, right? For what I said now, I don't know how many janma I have to suffer now to get the reaction of my karma. But hopefully Krishna will forgive me. Anyway, so like that, Paundraka was just imitating exactly like Krishna. And when Krishna heard this message, when say, let's see here, when say, Mahati, I come in front of you and I tell, and I am the President of United States of America. And what will you do? Prabhu, is everything all right with you? I know you had some family problem, you had some health problem, you had some problem, but I didn't know that it got to this extreme. Prabhu, he will start laughing. And then your brother Krishna, he starts laughing. And your mom, your dad, and then you start calling your India, your grandparents. Lal is telling that he's God. Sorry, he's President of the United States. And your grandparents starts laughing. And you start telling to all your Sunday school children and to your teachers. And the message goes to ISKCON of Global ISKCON. And they call me and send a message, Lal Gopal, get out of the temple. You're no more temple. You don't have no any connection to ISKCON temple. Right? Then I'll come to my senses. I'm an ordinary being. I thought I am God. I can control everyone. Right? I'm going to tell some very interesting incident which happened. There was one sannyasi. I might have told this one. So he was giving a class. ISKCON sannyasi. He was giving a class. As he was giving a class, there was one person was attending the class. He was a Western audience. So he was attending. And he started telling, whatever you're talking about is all about me. Because that sannyasi Maharaj was telling, God is great. God knows everything. He's free of pain, pleasure. He's completely detached. He doesn't have a body like us. His body is all sattva guna, full of sattva, suddha sattva, transcendental, Satchitananda Vigraha. He said all this thing. After the class, this man got up and said, the class was very nice. You spoke all about me. And then Maharaj was stunned. He said, huh? What? Then what happened was this man wanted to go to the restroom after the class, because before eating prasadam, you have to go to the restroom. You want to go to the restroom. Then Maharaj this Maharaj made an arrangement in such a way, he locked the restroom from someone to lock the restroom from inside. So this man was waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that person who inside was not coming outside. Then he started knocking the door, banging the door, because he couldn't control any further, right? If you want to go to the restroom, you can control for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. After certain minutes, anyone have mastered controlling? By the way, don't do that one. It's not good for health anyway. Doctor is watching us carefully. He will tell the same. Do not control when the call of nature comes. It's not good for health. Just release it. And that is like moksha for many people. When you release it, right? That when you control this thing and finally release, then you, what a relief. And this man was struggling outside, wanting to get into the bathroom. And then Maharaj comes. He said, what's the problem? And he said, someone is inside, not coming outside. Someone is inside, not. But you are God. You are God, right? Yes, I am God, but I have to go to the restroom. We'll talk about that later, but let me go to the restroom. And Maharaj was saying, just, he didn't want to get any further onto this one. Just let that man go into the bathroom. So we can't even control our urges, certain urges that we have, but we claim ourselves to be God. And you go and ask someone seriously into this program. There are people even now, they have an argument for that. They will tell, guess what they will tell when you tell, you're a God. You say yourself to be a God, but you can't even do basic, you're doing things like this. Well, that is all my Leela. They will easily tell one statement, that is all my pastimes. That's my Leela. I've descended as human. Therefore, I'm doing all this thing as my Leela. They have answers for everything, right? But we know from Bhagavatam, no one can become God. No one can become God. Certainly, we all can become servant of God, but never can become God. That is ruled out. No, if anyone is thinking that you have a desire of wanting to become God, please drop that idea, and best to become, and it's safe to become servant of God. You know, there are sometimes they have this one-day chief minister program, one-day prime minister program, one-day president program. There are movies that they make. There'll be things like, what if you are given to be a president for one day, right? It is not an easy job. It's not an easy job. So just imagine you've been given a one day to become God. It's not an easy job. It's not an easy job at all. We cannot do ordinary, we can't even manage our own family. No one is under our control in the family. Yes. Our spouse doesn't listen. First thing is that before marriage, we all thought the spouse is going to be so nice. My God, rest of my life is going to be green, right? I found after a lot of search, I found this one as a perfect match for rest of my life. Within short few months, you come to know the colors changes. Everything changes. And what about the children? Same case. Same case. Everything changes. So we can't even control our own family members. How are we going to control the entire universe? Only Krishna can do this one. Therefore, Krishna laughed. Around Krishna friends laughed. Ugrasena, the king, was there. He was laughing, and everyone making fun of this messenger. And then Krishna sent back a message to Paundraka, to the same messenger. What's the message? He said that, you fool, I will indeed let loose the weapon you boast of in this way. That means soon I will destroy you, kill you. When you lie dead, O fool, your face covered by vultures, herons, buttock birds, you will become the shelter of dogs. Krishna's message is this, back to that Paundraka, saying that you will be food for dogs and vultures very soon. That means what? What does it mean, Ananda? What does it mean? Krishna is saying to say that you will soon become food for vulture, dogs, and animals. What does it mean? What's the message?
You're just food.
Huh?
You're just food.
But what is it? What is indirectly Krishna trying to say? Yes, Mahati.
He's trying to say that you're gonna die and be food for
Exactly.
everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. So you will be dead soon. And then as soon as the messenger goes back, and then this messenger is such a very nice messenger. He did not change, alter, nothing. In front of all the public, the people who are sitting on the arena, the place where the king is, he went and read the same message. Everyone is worship. Just imagine, right? Just imagine you have been worshipped as a very important person in the society. Mahati, you've been respected by all your friends. Everyone likes you. You're all together. Suddenly, someone comes and tells, Mahati, I got a message. You are fool number one. There's no other fools better than you. And then how do you feel, Mahati?
I might feel angry.
Angry, insulted, right? Right? So this Poundraka, who everyone is thinking that he is God Vasudeva, then this messenger comes and the messenger is reading this. You fool, I will indeed let loose the weapons you boast of in this way. When you lie dead, O fool, your face covered by vultures, herons, and the birds, you will become the shelter of dogs. What a shame. What a shame. Poundraka did not have any words. He was really shamed, right? On the other side, Krishna in Dwaraka told, let's get ready. Everyone get ready. Let's go and finish Poundraka. The army was ready. The army people were soldiers were ready. Everyone got ready. And Krishna went right there. And then Poundraka's friends, one of the very close friend was a king of Kashi. Okay, he was also there. King of Kashi was also there. He was supporting. There is always, for bad people, there is always be some friends to support them. Okay, and also more than good people, it is easy to get bad people as our friends. Are you all listening, kids? Meher, Samanvi, you can get friends, less good friends, but you can get more bad friends. Therefore, we have to be very selective who our friends are. Even if you have one or two good friends, that is good enough. Rather than having, nowadays the society is going in such a way that building network, right? Everywhere you go, you got to sign up. You go to LinkedIn, you go to Facebook, you go to this book, you go to hard book, soft book, whatever the books are, and many places, every single thing is trying to build a network around people. So many network, right? But the fact is that we don't really need to have such a big network. Right? One or two good people around us who can give us good advice. They don't need to help us in any ways, not financially, not getting us settled down materially. None of those things is really needed. One or two people who can give us good advice in our life. Those are the real good people we should be depending on, we should be attached to, we should be having them as our good friends. Did you all listen that? Diksha, Mahati, Ananda, Samanvi, Bhavya. Only I can see you all now. Okay. All right. So Poundraka and his friend Kasi Raja was all fired up. And then Poundraka was getting dressed up. If you're not what you are, then if I tell that, say Samanvi, next Sunday, this coming Sunday, tomorrow, you come to the temple like Radharani. Can you come exactly how you're sitting right now? Can you come to the temple tomorrow and tell I am Radharani?
No, Prabhuji.
So what do you have to do to be like Radharani?
Well, you have to have all her qualities if you want to be like her, and you have to dress up exactly like her.
Yeah, you have to dress up like her, you have to comb your hair like that, you have to walk like her, you have to talk like her. Yes, you have to do all those things when you come to the temple tomorrow. Poundraka have to do the same thing. because naturally he's not Krishna, he's artificial Krishna. Therefore, what he did is he went into the parlor. He went to the parlor, he started putting his colors like Krishna color, and then he started painting his, he also put lipsticks. Men's doesn't put lipstick, but he put lipstick because Krishna lips are like bimba fruits, like a reddish, nice color, right? So he doesn't have that reddish color. He has a horrible lips, by the way. So he has to paint his lips like bimba fruit. And then he went and put the Srivatsanga mark on his chest. Saranga bow he carried, and then Vaijayanti mala, Kaustubha gem, all those artificial thing. He started wearing all those things. And he also had a banner in his chariot. Krishna's chariot banner had a mark of, does anyone know? What does Arjuna's chariot has in his flag? You all know from Bhagavad Gita and Mahabharata. What does Arjuna's chariot that the flag has? Yes, Diksha.
Hanuman.
Hanuman ki jai. And then Samanvi, you are going to tell what does Krishna's chariot has in the flag. I can give you a clue. It is a
Garuda.
Garuda. Very good. You get 100 points. So Garuda. So Paundraka also had a flag with Garuda. My goodness. He just really got into Krishna's program very well. You know, exactly without anything missing. He was wearing a crown. He was having a shark-shaped earring. Everything ditto, exactly like Krishna. And he came in front of Krishna in the chariot and Krishna on the other side. Krishna couldn't control laughing. Right? You know, I'm just forced to tell something here. A side story. There in South India, in a temple, Sri Rangam, there's a Lord's deity is there, and then also Lakshmi's deity is there, and there was a great devotee by name Bhattar. So he is a staunch, great bhakta of Mother Lakshmi. So, but the Lord Narayana, Vishnu, he always had some feeling that why is he not my devotee? Why is always he devoted to my wife, my consort? So something or the other I need to do to get his attention towards me. So only way I can get his attention is if I dress up like who? Yes, Samanvi.
Mother Lakshmi.
Mother Lakshmi. So he said, let me dress up like Mother Lakshmi, then he will be forced to come to see me, right? So he one day dressed up exactly like Mother Lakshmi. And then he was waiting on that particular day. And Bhattar comes. He sees, he just was so happy to see because he is a devotee of Mother Lakshmi. So he just started praying. Before he started praying, he was looking, and then the Bhattar started laughing. Tauntingly, he started laughing, and he started with, as he was laughing, he was just walking away from the deity. And then, who's that actually dressed up like Mother Lakshmi? It is Narayana, right? So he said, hello, excuse me. Hello, excuse me. Because he can't talk in his own voice. So he had to change his voice, right? Like a lady's voice. Excuse me, can you come here? And then he again laughed and turned. What do you want? Why are you going away from me? Enough of all these dramas. I know you who you are. You can never replace my mother. You can never replace my mother. And the Lord transformed himself to his original, a Purusha Rupa. And then how did you find out? Because I did everything matching. Exact, the earring, the hairstyle, the dress, the way she wears, or the way that she sits, everything exactly the same thing. How did you find out? And then Bhattar said, you can do everything exactly the same way, but your eyes showed me you're not my Ishtadevata. My mother's eyes is full of love and compassion. Yours eyes is not like that. I can find out from yours. You are always having a Purusha look. Purusha means a manly look. Manly look. But my mother's eye is not like that. So you cannot Kamalaksha. Of course, the Lord's eyes also like lotus flower, beautiful. This is all the bhava, the mood of the devotees. And Lord doesn't take it as offensive. And we should not start comparing now, oh, this eye is that and this is eye. Let's not get into that program. This is just to show the bhava and mood of the devotees, how they release the bhakti, the love towards the Lord. Likewise, when the Paundraka came over there, he was standing in front of Krishna and Krishna started laughing. How much ever you do, Mahalakshmi cannot be in the heart of Paundraka. Yes, he imitated everything, but Srinivasaha, Madhava, these are the beautiful names of Krishna, because we also keep names. But if I keep name as Srinivas, is Sri is residing in me? No. Sri resides in Vishnu, Narayana's heart, chest, not in my heart. Right? Likewise, this person may call himself as Vasudeva, but he is not Shriyapati. He is not husband of Sri anyway, by any means. Right? So Krishna started laughing. And then the fight started between both of them. And they fought with different weapons, tridents, club, and pikes, and so many different things, to and fro. And many things were going on. Many people got killed over in the battlefield. And finally, Krishna finished Paundraka, and he was released. He fell down dead. And interestingly, Paundraka went back to Vaikunta. Harivo! Harivo! Interesting, right? He went back to Vaikunta. Why? Why he went to Vaikunta? Can anyone guess here, kids? Children? Who has no idea, Diksha? Come on, go ahead.
Maybe, I don't really have a real guess.
You can guess whatever you want to guess. That's fine.
Okay. I need to think about that.
Okay, let's go to Bhavya. Bhavya wants to say something.
Prabhuji, is it because Krishna killed him? So, like, each and every demon he killed Krishna. So, those demons went back to God. That's my opinion. So I think it's because Krishna killed that Pandika, so that's why he went back to.
Yeah, very good. That's one reason. Because Krishna killed. That's another important reason. You know what? Mahati, go ahead.
Was it because he was like at least trying to be Krishna act like him?
You're very close. Very good. So, you know, all the time he was doing what? How can I be like Krishna? How can I dress up like Krishna? How can I wear my earrings like Krishna? How can I put my lipstick like Krishna? How can I dress up and put my garland like Krishna? How can I walk like Krishna? How can I speak like Krishna? Krishna. What Krishna did, one second. What Krishna did is he removed all the negative things and took the positive ones. I want to be like Krishna. I want to dress up like Krishna. I want to speak like Krishna. I want to walk like Krishna. What Krishna did was, he removed all the I wants. What is left out? Krishna. Therefore, he went to Vaikunta. Interesting, right? But the message is, we also have to become Krishna consciousness. We also have to, whatever we see, we have to relate to Krishna. When we eat, we have to know this is Krishna Prasad. When we dress up, we have to think that I'm going to see Krishna. This is Krishna's Prasad. Everything we related to Krishna, then we can also become Krishna consciousness, and we can also go back to Krishna. When Paundraka can go, why can't you and I go? Can we go? Thumbs up if we can go or no. If we can think about Krishna in all the things that we do, can we also go at this lifetime? 1, Diksha is saying, Mahati is telling, Bhavya and Samanvi. What about Richisha and Ananda and Meher? Thumbs up. You are surrendered soul. You exactly. Simply you say something. That's also nice. So, okay. So Bhaundraka was finished. Everything was done. And then Krishna returned back. And also Krishna killed the king by name Sudakshina, who was a friend of Bhaundraka. That is the end of killing of Bhaundraka Vasudeva. We'll stop there. 66 sloka. And next sloka, next chapter is 67th chapter, where Balaram is going to kill a demon called a gorilla called Dvivida. Dvivida was a gorilla, and this Dvivida is quite familiar to us. We will see who he is also, how he became a bad guy, that we will see next time in next class. But anyone has any questions, comments? Yes, Bhavya.
Prabhuji, it's not really questions.
Oh, you also have a presentation for this already?
Yeah.
That's what you want to say?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just had the pictures only, so.
Okay. Bhavya is going to run through the slides and also quickly tell what all we covered. Yes, Bhavya? Very good. But before that, Diksha has a question.
Prabhuji, my question was like Krishna sent the message that he'll be covered with like those, like you said, those birds and everything. But why did, like when he killed Paundraka, why did, without doing like that, he sent him to Vaikunta?
The body is anyway there. Body will be eaten by vulture and dogs and whatever it is. But it is Atma which is going to go, right? Diksha. He cannot go with the body itself to Vaikunta. Whatever Krishna said cannot be false also. And I don't know whether the vulture really came and ate or not. That's not what I'm trying to say. The family members would have taken his body and did whatever the rituals are. It is out. It is a way of expression, right? It's an expression to say that you will be killed soon. Instead of telling you will be killed soon, you will be eaten by, you will become a food for vultures and dogs. That means what? You will be killed. It's an indirect way of saying that one. That's all it is. Okay, Diksha? For example, if I want to tell that I want to come to your house for lunch, Diksha, I want to come to your house for lunch. I don't want to tell that directly because I feel somewhat shy and ashamed. So I will tell, I'll be around there for when you have your lunch. What does it mean? I will also join you. I will also join you. Right? When I come there, you're not going to simply keep on eating like this, making me sit there. You're going to tell, right? Would you also like to have something? Then I'll say, of course. Internally, I will think that is why I wanted to come. But I won't tell you that. Okay, next. Bhavya, go ahead. Bhavya, share.
Yeah, sure. So we covered this pastime where Lord Balaram came to visit Vrindavan as he met Nanda Baba and Yashoda Mata and all the friends of his and the gopis. And I think you did not cover the pastime of Ganga, like how he became angry with Ganga. So, I mean Yamuna. So Lord over here you can see in this picture that Lord Balaram is doing Ras Leela with all his gopi associates. And over here, Lord Balaram becomes angry with Yamuna. And then, so this is a pastime. This is another picture covering that up. And here, this is Pondrika, just to show to me. So here are all the associates. I think they're laughing at him, or I don't know. But look, as you can see, he's dressed up as Krishna. So he's holding the flute, the peacock feather, and the yellow garments and dhoti and
He also has a nice pot belly.
yeah. Yeah. And then here Krishna, so here's Pandika over here. This picture is different. This is Krishna here. And Krishna, after sending the messenger to Pandika, then starts fighting with him. So over here you can see Krishna and Pandika are fighting. And later Pandika goes back home, back to Godhead. So this is a picture that covers it here. And I think that's all I have, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much for summarizing in a minute. It's very helpful. Thank you. Okay. Anyone else have any questions? Other kids are done. Anyone else have anything to share? Okay. If not, then back to Ashok Prabhu. You're muted, Prabhu. You're muted.
Homework from last week. There was 1,000 arms you were going to draw. Anybody
So
did
who-
that?
Yeah.
No? Okay. So now you have got another homework of 4 arms then. Right? Okay.
So we are going to see a lot of replication of Krishna next Saturday. You're all going to come with 4 arms.
4 arms. Who's going to tie the two more arms on them? Probably their parents can do it. That'll be nice. All
Now
right.
now we have given the assignment to the parents. Sad.
Yeah. All right, Prabhu. I don't
Thank
have
you.
anything else. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you
all
for a
very
nice
much.
class.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna to everyone.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna
very
Prabhu.
much.
Dandavat.
Thank you very much. Thank you.